Hello everyone, it's Mari here from Discrete Resolutions Hypnotherapy, and today I have with me Josie, who has graciously given me some time today to just talk about her program. She's just recently finished a program with me, and as I said, she's agreed to just come along and have a chat about that. So how are you today, Josie?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. So can you just tell the people watching what your life was like prior to doing your hypnotherapy program with me? I'm getting all tongue-tied. So what was your life like prior?
Life was good. And that's what I've said all along. Life was good. I didn't want to make any drastic changes. I didn't need anything like that. So life was really good. I have a great family, great friends, great job. So, that part of me was fantastic. So that's not what this was all about for me. It was, I suppose I felt a little heavy and I wanted to, emotionally heavy, and I wanted to investigate that. So, yeah, life was fantastic. I just needed that little bit extra.
Yeah, sometimes we just know there's just something going on there, don't we? But we're just not sure what it is.
And I think that was it. I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. I was doing all the things and I was, happy. And like I said, I had all this good in my life, but there was just this thing. And I didn't know how to work that out myself.
Had you tried anything else beforehand, Josie? Any other
No, not officially. I hadn't seeked anyone out officially, or I'd done lots of talking. I've talked with my friends and all those type of things, and with my family, and I had all that around me. But no, if I couldn't, we were honest. We talked very honestly with our friends and that sort of thing. So it wasn't that there was something I hadn't shared or I needed to get off my chest, because my friends will attest I had got everything off my chest. So I don't know. I hadn't officially tried anything else, but, lots of talking had happened previously.
And that helps a lot too. That does help a lot too, when you've got the support, doesn't it, with your friends anyway? So
100%.
Yeah. So why did you decide to give hypnotherapy a go?
I suppose it was always something that I sort of thought was interesting. It always interests me, the mind, and the mind is a very powerful thing. And I know from working with a dietitian years ago and that's where she was. That was where we worked with, was the mind. And I know for me that if my mind is in the game, the rest of me is in the game as well. And I think hypnosis is about that. It's about the mind. And I just needed that to be in sync with the rest of me. And hypnosis just seemed like a natural progression to that for me. And it just, you come up on my Facebook feed one day and it was like, oh my gosh, this is meant to be. So that's why hypnosis.
We did discuss that, didn't we? The timing and when something's meant to be. So yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So do you think having a free consultation call made a difference in your decision whether to proceed or not?
100%. That is what sold me on the whole program. And it was a really interesting, I don't know if you remember, Mari, we did the first 1 hour and you said to me, no, we need more time. Can we come back at 6 o'clock?
Yeah, so that's right. I do remember.
And so that in itself was a revelation, just, thinking about the things you asked me, and maybe where I thought my head was at was not where my head was at all. So getting to that, I knew that then you understood what I wanted and you knew where I was coming from. And we delved into, the past, the last 12 months, the last 5 years, so that was all very interesting. And that definitely was the thing that got it over the line for me, was that I knew you knew what I needed or what I wanted.
That's good, yeah. And When you started the program, Josie, did you find it flexible? Like, even though we'd set times in place and everything, we made a plan. Did you find it flexible, just,
100%.
working around your
Yes.
lifestyle and your work and stuff like that?
Yeah. Look, I know we had it booked in, and yes, generally, 90% of the time worked fantastically. But there were always those couple of days where the grandkids needed some help, or we weren't quite well, or work through something at me that I had to stay for. So yeah, no, I think there were definitely times when you really helped out by just saying, well, no, we'll just do that next week, or we can do that later in the week. So yeah, the flexibility was fantastic.
Oh, that's good. Thanks. So, just also for the benefit of the people watching, Josie, at any time during the program, did you ever feel like uncomfortable with any of the work we did, or was there anything you felt, that you didn't have control over at any time?
No, never, never. It was, people ask, I know we've talked about this too, what it feels like. And there was never, ever loss of control. Like, so you're there, but you're not there. It's like being in this, it's really hard to explain. It's like this blissful state, but you're also very present at the same time. So if anything was to happen, or someone knocked at my door, I would have been able to go to them. But I was also very wherever you took me at the same time. So it was just this wonderful hour of my life every week where I just got to be just me. There was nothing else. It was just me, and it was your voice, and it was bliss is the best way for me to describe it.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's always good if you can just sneak away for that, even that 1 hour a week, isn't it? When you've got so much on your plate.
Absolutely. And I think, and I don't want to generalize, but as women, I think we put so much pressure on ourselves in our work lives, in our personal lives, in our family lives, and just to be able to shut the door and know that no one was going to interrupt me for that whole hour, and that whole hour was about me and about no one else. So if nothing else, do it for that reason.
Well, that's all. And I would have said this to you. That's all part of a bigger self-care thing that, all women should have in place anyway. So
absolutely is. But the hypnosis part of it was a revelation for me. You would ask me things, and my mind would go somewhere completely different to where I had thought it would go. So I learned things about myself that I had no idea were lurking in there.
Yes, exactly. So were there any significant things at all that you'd like to mention about how your life's changed, for the better after doing the program?
I think I'm a fairly positive person as is, but I think it's helped me boost that even a little bit more too. Very positive outlook on everything. I know I have better healthy habits. I initially wanted to make some health changes as well, and I find that is easier for me. It's not constantly, will I eat this, will I eat that, is this the right choice? It's something that just happens now without me having to be consciously thinking about it all the time. So that has all been wonderful. And that's a journey that I'm going on with that one. But just the positivity and that's come from it, and knowing that I can do it. There's a part of me that knows how to do this now.
That's all a part of it. That's all a part of your mind and stuff like that. So that's fantastic. 100%. Fantastic. So
no, it's been a really, really positive experience for me. I've really enjoyed it, and I think anyone who's even thinking about it a little bit, just even a little bit, to have that first consultation with you, and I think they too will know that it can only be good.
Yeah. Thank you. You've just answered my last question for you. I was going to say, and finally, Josie, would you recommend Discrete Resolutions hypnotherapy to others? So
Yeah, 100%, I would. And it's not just the hypnotherapy. You have so much else to offer. You're such a wise lady, Murray. And
Oh, thank
there's, no conversation was off limits. And, there was nothing that I never felt uncomfortable, and I felt safe, and it was a very trusting environment.
Yes, definitely. It is always a very safe environment. So. All right, Josie, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on here today just to
My
talk
absolute
about,
pleasure.
yeah, how you felt about your program and everything. So you're on
Fantastic.
the onward and upward for you by the sounds of it. So
yeah, 100%.
All right, Josie. Well, thank you so much again, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too, Mari.
Okay, bye-bye.